Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm going to talk about something that comes up when kids think they know more than you do. Now, granted, not everyone knows everything there is to know on everything, but some out there will say, "You think you know everything," implying that you don't know nothing about nothing and that they are the ones that know everything about whatever everything is. But the truth is that they don't know everything about everything either. You know, yes, there probably are a lot of things I don't know every single thing about. That is true. And that could be said for everyone. But there are certain things that I know that I am right on, not just for me just saying it just to say it, but since there is proof out there, since others came up with the same belief that I did. So, but this isn't talking about that particular, it isn't talking about that thing. It's talking about, well, maybe it is talking about that. I don't know. Probably like this. Oh, some say that being on YouTube is just talking to yourself. The only thing that doesn't make it the same is you got a camcorder. You got a likeness taker. Yeah, well, you see with that statement, that when someone said that, yeah, someone might think that's what you're doing. You could see how somebody could come up and they could say that, or they could think that. But how making a movie is not the same as just talking to yourself. It's that you're making the movie for others to see it. So it's not just, you talking to yourself. But some could still say you're talking to yourself until you know, but you see, it's not the same. You know, you're making a movie. So it's really not the same, you know. But somebody could think that if they wanted to. But I think that if you're reading a book or a news streamer out loud, then that's just you talking to yourself or something like that. Actually, no, reading out loud, even though it might be a strength for some and it might be a weakness for others, is not talking to yourself. Since you are reading a book or a news streamer or whatever you're reading, and it's not you talking to yourself, and it's not you and you telling a story or slogan tell to yourself, you're actually reading. So someone could make the mistake of saying you're talking to yourself. It can happen, sadly. But if somebody saw the book or they saw the news streamer or whatever you were reading, then that mistake would technically could be a mistake. But this is basically getting misinformation, getting the wrong thing on something. You know, yes, it's true. Somebody out there could make the mistake of thinking that if you're reading out loud, that you're talking to yourself. I could see somebody couldn't make that mistake, you know. Or just the same, you're making a movie and somebody could make the mistake of thinking you're talking to yourself. But in this case, they don't know what they're talking about. In this case, reading a book or a news streamer is not talking to yourself since you are reading. Like when you're making a movie, you're not talking to yourself because you got the likeness taker on, so that you're not talking to yourself. Yes, as I mentioned, someone can someone make a mistake and think you're talking to yourself, but then seek out that you weren't talking to yourself when they saw that you had a book or a news streamer or some booked streamers or some forlayed book craft, you know. Um, someone make a mistake of thinking you're talking to yourself, but once they saw you had a likeness taker running and you were making a movie on YouTube or whatever, VidMe or Daily Motion, you see. But maybe there are men and women out there who, think that maybe there are some men and women out there who who might actually believe that it is just some way of talking to yourself, and they might not think it's good or right. They might try to label it as talking to yourself if they wanted to, but it's not talking to yourself since you're making a movie and others will see the movie, so it's not just you talking to yourself, you know. Or if you're reading a book or something out loud, you're not talking to yourself since you have a book in front of you. You get what I'm saying? Some people don't, well, I don't know. I don't think I know everything because I don't. And not everybody knows everything. But there are certain things that I know that others also know. So there's some backing up here. There's some proof that you can use. And, it's not just, oh, you think you know everything, as some people might want to say. Some men and women might want to say that. Oh, you think you know everything. And then, then they find out that, oh, yeah, some actually do read books out loud. Or, oh, some actually do make movies and they're not talking to themselves. See? I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later. But maybe I should, bye.